um, like, to which extent do you think people can change? Like, for example, you have a relationship with a friend or partner, and this partner or friend has to deal with some, like, I don't know, anger issues, or I don't know, and that person is saying, I will change. Like, I want to rescue our relationship. Um, so do you think that person can really change? Like, because I think there's a personality you have, and it's, yeah, like your childhood is has an impact on that, your friends, your family. So, like, I don't know, do you think people can change? That's my question.
Yeah. Okay. Um, really, the question
Mhm.
is a very good question. Directly, if I would
Mhm.
answer to that, I would say yes,
Okay.
people can change
Mhm.
because I have seen people moan stuff that. So, oh, yeah, come here, come. Ah,
Ah.
okay, you want to join
Yes,
now?
you can join.
So, I think people can change.
Okay.
Change is one constant thing
Mhm.
about life. It's just one constant thing. People can change, but why? Why would they
Mm.
change? That's the main thing.
Okay.
It's not just for someone, but
Mm.
for themselves.
Okay.
When people decide to change for themselves, they actually change.
Okay.
He's tired of me.
It's enough.
But mostly when they say, okay, I'll do it for you,
Mm.
they're not actually changing.
True. Then they're just changing for that person, and this doesn't
Exactly.
last long, right?
Aha. So
Mm.
when you're no longer there,
Mm.
then they go back to their normal self. But
Yeah.
when they do it for them, I
Mm.
don't like this. I don't
Mm.
like the person I am. I
Mhm.
don't like this angry person.
Mm.
I want to do something about it.
Mhm.
And I want to do it for me. Not
Mm.
just because I want to do it for you. But most time, a lot of sorry, I don't want to like sound somehow, but this is it.
Yeah.
A lot of ladies prefer it when they say, I'm changing for you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing it. But this is it.
Mm.
He's not supposed to do it for you, he's supposed to do
Yes.
it for him. He's
True.
supposed to do it because he's not feeling good. He doesn't
Yeah.
like the person that he is when he's angry. He
Yeah.
doesn't like the person that he is when, you know, most time we kind of are,
Mm.
oh no, I want to do this to like save our relationship. Like, do it
Mm.
not just because of our relationship, do it because you want to
You
meet
want to do
even the
it.
people you don't like and have conversation with them and not
Yeah.
ask
True.
me
Yeah, that
because
makes
you don't
sense.
like the person that you are within those moments.
Yeah.
And that is when people truly change because they do it for them. Like, this is
Yeah.
it. I think this might not be the best analogy for this, but
Mm.
I'm just going to like do it.
Okay.
Um, as a 2020, yeah, 2020, 2021,
Mm.
I was weighing like 130 kg.
Yeah.
And before
Oh,
that, I've
really?
had, I've had a lot of people like tell me about how my weight is like too
Yeah.
much and why I should like lose weight and stuff
Mm.
like this. And
Yeah.
it didn't make any sense. And this is it. I've actually like seen like different kind of like movies and stuff like that, or like that just talk about
Mm.
like um why you shouldn't eat meat or stuff like this and
Yeah.
all that. But it didn't matter for me
Mm.
because I wasn't ready to change anything
Yeah.
for me. And there's sometimes whereby I kind of feel like, oh, she's actually going to like it if I am like this. Then I
Mm.
kind of like walk myself into it.
Mm.
And for that moment. But when I get what I want, I'm like,
You come back again.
yeah, I'm back to
Yeah.
the old me. But
Yeah.
this is it. It got to a time whereby I felt like,
Mm.
I'm not kind of like living a
Yeah.
healthy life. I want to like do this for me. Do you know how many months it took me to like cut down 45 kg? 45 kg.
Wow,
I
that's a
lost
lot.
45 kg in
Yeah.
3 months. In
Wow.
3 months.
Because it was your
Because,
decision.
yes, because I wanted to do it for me.
Yeah.
And this is it. if we decide that we want to do this for us, for myself, I want to become happier. Not I just want to be an happy person for her. I want to be an happy person for me.
Yeah, true, that makes sense.
Yeah, sometimes it might start with, oh, for her, and then goes down to you. Yeah, for a lot of different scenarios, it happens that way. But first of all, that's the most important thing, because that is when you truly do it, and no matter what happens, you don't go back to it.
Yeah,
And
true.
it cuts across, no matter what field, no matter what space, it cuts across. But
because then you really change. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think someone just can tell you something like, hey, you have to work on this and this, but then you really have to like realize like that is a real issue you have, maybe. And I think this takes time, and I don't even know if everyone can do that. I don't know if everyone is able to realize the issues they have. You have to be really ready for that, like you said. You have to be ready and open for that, because maybe it's not always nice.
Yes, yes. I think it is the ability to tell yourself the truth.
Yes.
And some people are so willing to like mask themselves in the lie.
Yeah.
That they never just want to like, even though they know the truth for themselves.
Yes.
They are so willing to mask themselves in the lie, because probably the lie make them feel the way they feel. It's just like some people would hide behind, oh, what this person did, what that person did, what that person did, but never look down to look at what I did.
Yeah.
You know, what I am allowing.
Yeah.
And in some cases, it is just important that you are able to like see what you are allowing, or else you will keep putting yourself in that position.
Yeah.
You will just keep putting yourself in that position. It is important to like be able to heal yourself from that, in that space, or else you keep going back and you keep saying, oh, that person is bad, that person is bad.
You just like project your issues into like someone else, and this is it's difficult.
It's a lot of courage to also look inwardly. It's so much courage to accept those faults. It's a lot of courage. So you can't blame people that are not willing to like confront that. It takes a lot. It takes a lot not to point fingers to other people. It's the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do. Yeah, it was the reason. Yeah, he was the reason and stuff like that. But it's just the easiest thing to do. But the hard thing is to be able to look, what am I allowing? I think it's Judge Classen that actually like talked about what they call like the door frequency.
Okay.
And he says that you're below the door frequency.
Okay.
If you allow other people to like take advantage of you.
Okay.
and it just puts me in this realization that okay, I am also being mean to me when I allow people to take advantage of me.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say. I think it has something to do how you talk about yourself. If you like really mean to yourself, talking bad about yourself, you allow other people to do that too. So, but if you love yourself and say, okay, I'm worth it, like, then you would never allow to talk to people like you would say,
the
like,
Blac Shrec is the most beautiful human you would know.
So yeah, it always goes to the level,
the
way you treat you.
Yeah.
That's the way like you allow other people to treat you. Yeah. So that's why it's so important to learn how to love yourself, to raise your standards.
I'll tell you, like, this is like so true. This is so true. I think that's something I learned in a point of my life that has just been a huge blessing to me. I have come to like just realize that, see, I wield the power to feel the way I want to feel.
Yeah.
I just wield the power to be beautiful or not.
Yeah.
Because the truth is that me being ugly, it's my choice.
Yeah.
And me being beautiful is 100% my choice.
Yeah.
And this is it. everyone can have their own standard of beauty or whatever, but what is mine?
Yes, exactly. And sometimes when you think about if how you talk to yourself, if someone else would say that to you, you would probably say like, how are you talking to me? Or maybe even say, I don't want to be your friend anymore. But we're talking with ourselves like that.
Like,
And that's
will you
crazy,
tell yourself,
right?
I don't want to be my friend
Yeah.
anymore?
So
Yes.
you would be like so shocked if someone else tells you that,
Yes.
like how you're talking about yourself sometimes. So just think about that. Like words you say to yourself, like they really matter.
Yeah.
They're so important.
And,
So,
and you know, this is something I actually do with most of the volunteers that like work with me. Most time, and it's mostly the ladies too. When they start to like talk down on themselves, I'm like attacking them as if they're actually doing it to me. Like
Yeah.
I'm like straight up like, hey,
yeah.
no. And I'm telling them all the positive thing about them.
Yes.
Like immediately, like see,
Yeah.
the easiest way to get me to tell you all the positive thing about you is just try to the mistake of saying a negative thing about you in my presence, and I'm immediately like
Yeah.
scrolling
But that's
into
so
that.
beautiful.
Because see, this is it. Most time, and see, my mom always say this thing, that see, if you allow an energy to linger around you, you become that energy too.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
see, that woman is just wise to the core. I'm not kidding.
But that's so true.
This is it. When you allow people to talk negative about themselves around you,
Yeah.
you'll find yourself doing that
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So it is important to me that every single kid that come around me, I'm not giving them that opportunity to like talk down
Yes.
about themselves. The moment they're doing it, I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
This is the beauty you carry. This is it. Every single human I've met, they are just so beautiful.
Yes,
And
everyone.
I wish they could allow themselves to be.
Yes.
Just be you.
Yeah.
Just be beautiful.
Yeah. And I think if you love yourself and talk very nice to you, I think it's something like everyone can learn. I also like to look to the mirror every day and talk very nice to myself. I gave myself compliments and it really helped. It took years. I have to do it. It took years, but it helped me. So, and I think if you come to a point where you're really good with yourself, you have a different kind of yeah, I would say maybe energy you spread to other people. So you just, I don't know, like the vibe you give is different when you're good with yourself. So I think people can feel that.
Yeah.
And this is a very nice thing. And I realized that also from someone else I was meeting. It's a friend, and she's amazing. She always was so good with herself, and I always admired her for that energy she has. And I was like, I want to be like that. And then I started working on myself. So I think everyone can learn it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. I feel like I am an embodiment of all the amazing people that I've met.
Yes.
It's like I see this beautiful thing about them, this beautiful attitude, or this beautiful habits, and I'm like, I love that.
Yes.
And I picked it. And I feel like I've like picked so many beautiful characteristics from people that has become me. You know? And I just see myself as a representation of each and every one of those beautiful
Yeah, that's
people.
so perfect, because it is like that. I also have so many people that inspired me in so many ways. When I saw them and I was like, I don't know what this person have, like if it's a skill or just like an attitude or I don't know, whatever. I always like you said, I took that from that person, and I think it also it like formed me in my personality. But I always took the things I love, so I don't know. I think it's amazing like this.
Yeah. And because you've just embodied all that, then you become this person that you truly
and just with
are.
the good
Yeah,
good things from other people.
exactly. And I feel like the same way it could like work in a positive way, it can also work in a negative way. If you put yourself in that environment where everyone is kind of like we're kind of like mirroring things, like just the same way like children do it, adults also do the same thing.
Yes.
So it is important that we kind of like look, okay, what are those things in my environment that I don't like?
Yeah, and the people also
Yeah.
with which people are surrounding me, you
The
know?
energy,
So you
you know,
see
those
what,
kind.
yeah,
What do you allow in your
yeah,
environment?
yeah.
How? See, if I can change it, if I can, it's like there's this saying which I feel is like really ridiculous. Like, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm like, if you can't beat them, walk away. Walk away.
True.
No, you don't have to join them
Yes.
if you can't beat
Yeah.
them. If you can beat them and it's a bad energy,
Yeah.
walk
Then walk
away.
away.
Walk
True.
away. Go find other people you can roll with.
Yeah. And there are other people, you know,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
that is
Like,
the
you
thing.
can choose the people you with. So, and it's also okay. Like, you don't have contact to a person anymore. It doesn't matter if it's family or a friend. Doesn't matter if you feel that person is not good for me. It's okay to say like, hey, I don't want to have contact with you right now, or to say maybe it's not good that we talk like that much with each other. I think it's okay to say that.
And I feel like it takes strength to also do that.
Yes.
It takes a lot of strength to be like, okay, I don't want to talk to you. It's like, really, who do you think you are?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't
of
want
course.
people like thinking about us that way.
It is hard, but
Yeah.
then it comes to the point where you say, okay, I love myself that much that I don't allow this person to change me in a bad way or to have this influence in a bad way. And then you have to say, okay, sorry, you're just not good for me.
And it's a level of discipline, and
Yes.
this is it. Discipline is self-love.
Yes, true.
I
That's true.
see,
Yeah.
as in, this is something. I think since the time I got to like realize that discipline is self-love, it changes my perspective about the world.
Yeah, but that's true. It's a nice thing to
It
think
changes
about.
it,
Yeah.
because this is it. Every single time the word discipline was used to me as a child, it was punishment.
Yeah, it comes with a negative thing. For me,
Yes.
the same. When I think about
Yes.
discipline, it's something that's, I don't know, it has like bad taste with it.
Like,
Yeah.
it just actually means like something that has to be hard, something that has to be pain.
Yes.
And
true.
yes, it might come with some of that, but it's self-love. It's like putting yourself, like, see, I love myself so much that I'm not eating this
Yes.
because I love me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Because, no, it's not good for
this
me.
tastes good,
Yeah.
but I love me not to
Yeah.
put this in me, because this is
Yeah.
not going to get
Yeah.
me to where I want to
Yeah,
be.
true.
I love me enough. Like, you can love someone and give them like crappy things to like, but why should I do it to me?
Yeah, true. And yeah, I never thought about that, but true, it's discipline.
Right.
Yeah, that's
It's
really
like-
good.
Gosh.
But discipline is not always easy.
Yeah.
So it is not easy, but yeah, like you said, when you love yourself, you have to work on yourself, and when you have this discipline and the love for yourself, then yeah, it helps a lot.
That's true. Yeah. And this can just be in different phase of our life. Different phase of our life, even with relationship. Are you disciplined enough to see the toxicity in a relationship and be like, this is toxic, this is not actually good for me, I'm going to put it straight, I know I'm going to miss you, I know I would feel this way being away from you, but I love me enough to walk away.
And this is hard.
I
know that it's hard.
I'm not kidding.
It's
I also
hard.
know that. I know that. That's true.
Yeah.
See, I remember I was in a relationship which was like bad for me, like, you know, and it was a struggle. It was a huge struggle.
It is.
Yeah. And even at the peak of it, where I knew that this is not good, I was still clinging onto it because this is it. I'm like, this is an amazing person.
Yeah, because I think we tend to see all the good things in the people. So, you know, you're just like, this person has a good heart, and I know, you're just like blending out all the bad things and just like seeing all the good things. And I think also hope that that person will change. That's why I asked you, because of change. Like that the person will change, and you know, you have so much hope and like this picture of this person in your head. Well, it's not real, but there's this picture of this perfect person.
And I think that was one thing, going back to the question you asked, that was one thing. Before I could be able to end that relationship, I remember she kind of was like, oh, because I was begging her to like go for like therapy and all that, and she kind of like refused to like do that.
Okay.
Then it got to the time where I was like, okay, I'm done, it's over. And she then was like, oh, no worry, I'll go for therapy, I'll do it for you, I'll do everything. And I was like, no, you have to do it for you.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do it for you, not for me. Like, that is what is important. And I think that's something I kind of know. Like, you every single person can reach that place of their healing, but they have to be willing to do it for them.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I'm actually reading a book. My fantasy book that I'm enjoying right now. Yes. Okay, if Mama Susan watched this, I'm just like, you know, your boy is like doing advertisement on anyway.
And this book.
Yeah. But this is it. This book I'm reading is called Fourth Wing. And there's this space of the book where it was talking about okay, I don't want to like go so much deep into it, but there's this girl, Violet, and she was kind of like, it's a fantasy, so that she's supposed to like join a particular league, you know, she wants like dragon riders and all that, and she didn't want to like join the riders quadrant. She wants to join the scribe quadrant.
Okay.
But her mother, who was a general, made sure that she would join the riders quadrant. But this is it. The mother wouldn't have done that if the dad was still alive.
Okay.
So, in one way or the other, just in the narration, the mother was a different person with the dad.
Oh, okay.
And there were things that the dad would say, okay, yeah, we should do this. But she did it just because of him.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
I get the point.
She didn't do it because she wanted to do it. She did it just because of him. So when the dad was not in the picture, immediately she decided to do what was her, you know? And made the kids do exactly what she wanted. And she didn't care what it would cost the child. She did it anyways. Because in the first place, she didn't do the things she did then for her. She did it for her husband. And the man is
someone else, yes.
But if as at that time she did it for her, it would be a different thing. Because even if the dad is no longer there, she would continue on that place. And I think it actually falls into like religion too and all that. Most people kind of, I'm becoming a member of the church because of this person. And because this person now probably at a particular time do something that is different, or something they don't like, then they're no longer a member. Why? Because the reason why they came in the first place was a wrong reason. They're supposed to like come in from a place of like, I believe this.
Yes, and I want to do
and
that.
I want to do this. For me.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. True, and I think if you do it for someone else, first, it's not sticking to your beliefs. And this is something that could never make you happy. If you don't do what you believe and what you want, like how can it make you, like even if it makes the other person happy, it would never make you happy.
That's true.
So I think it's so much better if you just say, hey, I support you with everything you love, but I don't believe in that, or I don't want to do that. I would do that. So, but I support you with what you want.
Yeah.
I think supporting is really important, but you don't have to do something just to maybe get the respect or that someone else likes you. You know, you don't have to do this.
And then just you mentioning support takes me to this space. And it's that space where I'm like, what does it mean to truly be in someone else's shoes? Understanding their sorrows or joy, just purely being able to like experience it like it was you.
I think like to really understand someone, so like, yeah, I think like I said, I think you have to talk to that person and really try to understand how is this person feeling. Like if you ask, I know, about a particular issue or a problem, you can be like, how does this make you feel? Like, how do you feel about this thing? So you can get to know the emotion, and also like how is this person thinking about something. So maybe like the belief or the thinking is so different from your own perspective. So I think it's so important to get to know the perspective of someone. So because then you get to understand the actions, the emotions, and the behavior of that person. When you understand how that person is thinking, what is connected with that. So it's so important to communicate and not just think that that person might think like you. So just ask like, how does this make you feel like? So what does that mean to you? You know, like, I think we should do that more often about some things, and not just already like think that person would think like me. So, and then the reaction is completely different and we just don't understand, and then there's an argument or something. So I think we should more ask like, how do you feel about that? So yeah,
I feel.
and what do you think?
So now
What is like,
I feel like this place of empathy is one very should I say complex kind of like state.
yes, it is.
Because one thing is being there, like knowing exactly what it feels like to go through that scenario. Like for example, I lost my wife, and when someone talk about losing your partner, I might not know what it feels like for them, but I know what it means to have lost someone you love so much.
Yeah.
But this is it. I don't know what my daughter feels like to have lost a mom.
Yeah.
I know what it means to lose a wife, but I don't know what it means to lose a mother.
True, it's different. Yeah.
So how can I be able to succor her within the spaces where she feels that feeling of losing a mom? And I think this is where empathy comes in. I think it is knowing that even though she don't know her mom as much as I do, she has the right to feel the way she feels.
Yeah.
And as she tells me about how she feels, it is being able to be there and supporting her. So you see where the supporting her and knowing that, see, I might not know exactly what you're going through right now, but I know the way you're going through is hard.
Yes.
I know what you're going through is difficult. And I will be here for you. You're hurting.
True. That's also really important.
That
Yes.
space of empathy.
Yeah.
It is the same thing that would go into like places of like wealth and poverty. You might never know what it means to be riches, to be poor. Probably you've always had like, you never had to like worry about what you're going to eat or stuff like that. You don't know what it really means to be hungry.
Yeah.
But it does not mean that you cannot be empathetic towards those that are like, really, I might not know what it means to be hungry and all that, but I see you and I'm willing to be there for you.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something that the world really need. The world itself needs that space of empathy. That even though I'm not going through this, I am willing to be there for you.
Yeah, and listening to you.
Yeah.
I think that's also so important.
I don't have to go through this before I can understand you.
Yeah.
I would be there for you.
Yeah.
I would listen to you.
Yeah.
I would answer to your call.
Yeah.
I am willing to like lend a helping hand when I can, when it's needed.
Yeah. True.
That is one thing that is really important. That space of empathy. I feel the world like needs more of that.
Yeah. We need more of that, definitely. Yeah. That's really beautiful. I like that.
Yeah.
Yay.
My people, thank you for like joining the Black moment. This is always the moment with Cornell and Jacky.